I mean, it means everything. I mean, when we were growing up in PAL, we didn't have a lot of guys coming back and having things like this, especially guys that were in the league, that were playing that you saw on Sundays. And it just means everything to me because I know the kids really appreciate it and they're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
So PAL helped me tremendously well. That's when I first started playing football. And basically, yeah, that's what changed ever since I started playing football in PAL. I just been on the right. I feel like I've been on the right path, the right direction, and life has been just great from there.
PAL is, we've made so many friendships, like Buddha, Desmond King, Malik McDowell. We all played for the Cubs, and that all started, when we were, 12 years of age, man. So it's just crazy to see, how those relationships flourish, especially when you're doing great, man. When you see your brother being, All-American, two-time All-American, it feels good. It's a sense of community, It makes it just so much stronger, and it makes me, like it gave me the motivation to come back and do the same thing, trying to and push the envelope even further for the kids.
Jourdan, you can't explain it. He has been a sweetheart all his life. The camp means so much because he wants to give back, and that's what I taught him, to always to give back to others, and that's what he's doing. So he ended up going to the Cubs. I asked my nephew, I said, what's the best league in Detroit for my son? I said they gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he said the West Side Cubs. I said, so that's where we're going. I drove from Roseville to Detroit every day, going to PAL, the West Side Cubs. We'd be there till 9:30 at night. When I pick them up from school, we have dinner in the car, we do homework in the car, and then they go out and play.
Well, Delano and I, we grew up, and his brother, on the southwest side of Detroit, area called the Delray area. Obstacles, I would say, just a low poverty area, but had a lot of family support, a lot of community support. And just once we got involved in the organization, it was not only their kids participating, but I also participated with my volunteer hours. We were out there sometimes from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, just making sure that the organization was successful. Once you become a part of a PAL family or organization, it becomes a family. So if there's anything that you possibly need, and it doesn't just end when the kids leave that organization, it continues on. I'm still in touch with some of the other parents, some of the other volunteers. The coaches still reach out to my kids just to check on them, just to see if they're okay. So it becomes a family. You just don't just become disconnected. You're there, always willing to lend a helping hand.
Both young men, Delano Hill and Jourdan Lewis, they both had great social skills. They both had accountability. They both were resilient when it came to pressure. I mean, they always tried to make sure they made the right choices. They always stood up for what's right. They were very accountable. And that's why they have stories to tell. That's why they can come back to the community, because they know what type of product is out there. They know what type of product they need to put back into the community to make this work.
We're doing great things. So, I mean, just those friendships last a lifetime. You can't get those back. I mean, PAL has created something, so great, and they gave me an opportunity to come back and, just give back to them. So I really appreciate PAL, and I appreciate the relationships that it let me bond.
We're going to expand more, other things outside of football. So it's only the beginning to get started. We're going to find out.
So much right now, I mean, it'll take me a whole lot of time. But starting with little things that, to show my appreciation. Like I said, like coat drives, food drives, where I can do anything, get some sponsors, get that going so we can, help this community out. So that's the little different things that I feel like I really feel passionate about. So we're gonna see. We want to see it. We just want to see how this one goes first, and then hopefully everything else falls in line.